Jay Blades has always been vocal about his past and how he struggled with his mental health before his success on The Repair Shop. However, speaking in a new interview on Loose Women, the expert recalled the time he cried for the first time in front of a man. Jay explained everything flopped for him, including his marriage. Jane Moore asked, 7 years ago, you had terrible depression, you were in a really tough place. How did you get yourself out of that? The community around me, Jay replied before explaining, I think it's probably about 8 years ago now. Everything flopped for me. My first marriage, the job, the charity I was running and all the volunteers that I had. My intention about 8 years ago was basically to drive myself into a bridge. Despite everything being a blur at the time, Jay said he was on the M5 driving when his fuel light flashed. He continued, I pulled in and got some petrol and then I went into a kind of retail park and I stayed in the car for about a week. I didn't know what was going on. But you could see night and day and people would come and pass and whatever. To cut long story short, what happened is they found me and I got interviewed by 2 police officers, a psychiatric nurse and a community nurse. And once they deemed that I wasn't going to be sectioned, then a friend of mine came up. That was the first time I cried in front of a man, he admitted. And when I cried in front of him, I thought he was going to take the mickey and stuff like that. But he just wrapped his arms around me and said, I'm going to look after you until you're successful. Don't miss. Why didn't they ask Evans? Viewers say they'd rather watch paint dry. Latest, Deck Donnelly shares sweet moment with daughter Isla. Insight, Holly and Philip face calls to be replaced on This Morning, Reaction, and the funny thing is I'm still being looked after now so I'm not successful yet, Jay joked. He later said, I think the biggest killer for men over a certain age 45 I think is suicide. And it's one of those things that as men, we go through life, and there's not enough people talking about the vulnerability. And what I found is that when I actually was able to just expose my vulnerability, it actually gave me so much strength, it made me grow and become something that I never knew was possible. Loose Women airs weekdays at 12:30 p.m. on ITV.